Hey everybody, welcome. You're on the edge with Sonji. What's going on? I'm here all by myself today. Nah, not really. Technically, I got a guest here. And we have the rest of the team here at 8 o'clock, so you guys definitely stay with us. So you're on the edge with Sonji here at the Coyote Band Show Network. We're here at the Security Square Mall. If you want to know where we at, you can come in and check us out. If you want your own show, you can come and check us out, and we can get you all set up. You can actually watch the show on Roku or Amazon Fire TV. You can also watch our show on our website, which is coyotemanshowonline.com/live. Or to be more specific, you can do coyotemanshowonline.com/on-the-edge whatever. Yeah. That's a lot. Like whatever. You watching me now. That's good enough. So guys, guess what? Today I do have a special guest that's in the house, and all my guests are special, so nobody can feel any kind of way because all my guests are special. But I do have a guest today, and we're going to be talking about a youth program. I have the man himself. We have the DJ. We have the businessman. Thank you. And we have the professional. He's in our house here. DJ Prolific, what's going on?
I'm going good. Here in the flesh.
Yes, you put a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I got display
Did
some
somebody
things
ask
here
you bring
tonight.
all that stuff?
I got to display some things. We got a class coming up, so they got to see what I do.
Yes, the class. You know what? And I can appreciate it. That's the reason why I invited you, because we do have a foundation ourselves here. But it's about you. But we do have a foundation ourselves here. And I, was definitely interested and to know more about what you're doing with the youth as far as teaching them how to do the, I don't know what you call it, DJing skills.
DJing skills.
Yeah,
that's a good way to say it.
The DJ demo.
Yep.
So I just wanted to see what you have. I hear something playing in my ear over and over and over and over. What's that, a loop? What they call that in DJ world?
It's called a loop. We make it a sample. We can do a loop or a sample.
It's a sample loop?
Yeah, it's a sample loop. So I created an instrumental out of a song. That's what I did. Yeah.
So it's an instrumental out of a song, but it's still people saying stuff in there though. That's still considered an instrumental?
Because what's happening is within the song, they use the sample.
Mm-hmm.
And all I did was just take a couple bars of it and then looped it so I can use it as an instrumental so I can make a blend, create a blend.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Just it's like when they did that. Don't want no short man. Okay, let me mind my business. All right, this is clean. This is a clean show. But I mean, that's what the song said. But that's how they used to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, so that's called a loop, but it's instrumental.
I created my own instrumental. Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. So, you said you had some other things that you want to demonstrate to us. Now, tell us a little bit about the class before you do that. Well, and when is it going to start?
It starts this Saturday first, and just to let everybody know, like, no bragging stuff here. We just talking strictly facts. Like, I've been DJing in Baltimore for years, and for real, every time I go into the schools, I DJ in the schools like probably like 75% of the gigs that I do. Okay. So every time I'm in the schools, elementary, middle, or high school, I got a youngin' that'll come pull me up and say, "Hey DJ, I want to do what you do." And instead of being one of the guys out there that's like, "Oh, don't touch my stuff, back up," you know what I mean? Go do what you want to think. I tell, "Hey, look, stand right behind me, watch what I'm doing. Look at the screen, look at the music that I'm doing, look at the buttons." I might even let them, put their hand on it real quick and just make a little sound, because everybody want to scratch. That's the first thing you want to do when they think of DJ. Chicka.
Because that's old school, back in the day you had the vinyl.
Yeah, that's true. And that's where I come from too. Rip it this way,
rip it that way, and you mess up the record.
I come from that generation because I DJ down DJ UMES. For like
at
7 years.
The college, right?
Yeah.
You still go down there every year.
That's my homecoming time. Switched from February to November now. We have a fall homecoming.
Okay.
So that's my roots of when I really blew up. And that was a different name too. I was under
You
DJ
were cool.
Swift. That was my DJ name, right?
Swift,
So I got a whole
right.
storyline for me because when I finally moved back to Baltimore after a school, and K Swift was on her grind. You hear me? So when I came home, nobody really knew me in Baltimore for DJing under Swift. So I'm starting to do parties and stuff, and people like, oh boy, you know what I mean? Like you your name's Swift, like you copying K Swift.
Yeah,
so I really had to
that.
step back and give K Swift her props because she really was banging
Shout
out. And it's interesting because she came down to UMS a couple times. We met and talked and everything and laughed about the K Swift, first Swift and all that. But when I came home, man, look, let me tell you something. She was so popping in the streets. She, her crew, and people in the parties like, bro, I think you need to think differently about that on that name.
Change your name.
So I just stepped back for about a good year or two, rethought it, and my cousin just woke up one day and was like, you know what, man? You gotta have everything right. You got everything right like a professional, man. You prolific. Didn't even know what prolific was.
Right.
So I'm really going to parties time. My name prolific. First of all, it's a long name. It's hard to pronounce. I done had ladies say prophylactic, call me stuff and everything. So, you know, it's just interesting.
You don't want to be shot out like that.
But the interesting thing is I didn't know what prolific meant until I'm DJing. When Obama came in office, I'm DJing downtown. And I rocked the party so good. Girls was at the bar like, prolific, and Googled it. It was like, oh, that's abundance. You must got a lot of kids. Whoa. I got 0, but I understand that's how the people
Wow, you got kids, they follow you. You got mentor, mentor.
Look, so that's where it started with prolific in Baltimore. People need to understand that because they hear me and they say your skill level is good. We never heard you before. Where prolific come from? So that's where Swift came into prolific. That's where I come from. So now I went to the high schools. I started looking around and saying, where you need a DJ in Baltimore?
Right.
It was the schools.
Yes,
right?
you killed that.
So now it's like kids rolling up on me, and then for real, it would be to the point where the serious ones, I'll pick them up, take them to the party with me, really build them up. And looking back, hindsight now, I got a couple DJs, a handful. I don't remember some of their names, but Chubbs comes to mind because I was at Mervo and he really was disciplined with me. And now he's like doing his own big thing.
He done grew up.
I got like maybe 10 DJs walking around Baltimore that can literally say, that dude pulled me by the hand and took me and taught me. So my last 2 soldiers that I did pre-COVID was DJ Sizzle and DJ. He actually came up here and did a podcast. Sizzle.
I think he been here.
Yeah, he been through here. So he plays football in Mervo, a senior. I met him when he was in middle school, and a guy named DJ Tion. So he calls himself. I forgot your name. Your DJ name's Tion. So those are the last 2 young guns. I call them young guns.
That's what you call them.
I call them young guns.
Because I remember you was doing DJing, and you used to do my open mics, and then when you weren't able to make it, you'd be like, "Listen, I'm gonna send you a couple of my young guns, right? They gonna help." I'm like, I don't know what that is.
Let me tell you something.
Like, it ain't gonna be as good as you.
Yeah, I got that a lot.
Like, what is this?
If it's not you,
now I'll be like, where your young guns at? Where your young guns at? I start asking for them.
Right.
You know.
Transferred that skill level because a lot of the young DJs don't blend and stuff. So I brought them to the old school blending, and a lot of the older crowd, 30 and over, 40 and over, said, wow, man, you young guns really know how to DJ. It's because I taught them from get-go, from ground zero. Blend first, then get into all the tricks and scratching and stuff like that.
So when you say blend first, what does that mean? And then you're going to demonstrate that?
Yeah, that's a good question because I'm going to display right here what blending is. And what it is you take one song and you match the speed with another song. That's the key. Match the speed. We call BPMs in the DJ world.
Is it like transitions?
It's that's another word for a transition. But if you ever hear a DJ and they put 2 songs together and it's not smooth, that's a problem. That's what you say. What you doing? But if you do it smoothly,
that's raggedy. Like, man.
Right. That's a blend. So that's what I'm getting ready to display right now with some.
So they start putting it together, and you be dancing, and then it'd be like, and then you done skipped your beat because the beats are not.
That's a terrible blend.
They're not going together properly.
That's
so you're like,
that's what we call a terrible blend.
Then it'd be something else, and you'd be like, wait a minute. Now, I don't know what to do with my body.
Now, a good DJ, if your BPMs or speeds are that off, you need to scratch it in, drop it in, or talk it in. You know, sometimes we'll drop it, hey, da 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 da, and then drop the next song. Depending on what's going on with the flow, I can shout out to the ladies, shout out to the fellas. I can say, it's a birthday party in the building, happy 21st birthday, let's go! And drop
all the Pisces in the house, hey! All the Cancers in the house, what? Yeah. But listen, How about how about you gonna be the spokesperson for all the DJs that did something wrong? Why?
Hey, look, nobody's perfect.
Why? No, they not. And it's like I only got one pet peeve when I go to a place and the DJs on there. They be in their own little world for one. That's one. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. But they be in their own little world. That's one. They be like, oh, getting it. And then you're like, yo, I said I wanted to hear this. So when you got certain requests, don't they get on your nerves?
Okay.
But I know.
That is something that I go against the grain. A lot of DJs do not like requests. Mm-hmm. I like requests because I'm DJing for y'all out there. If I see a room full of people, right, and if somebody say a request, now I'm going to play that because I know at the end of the night, sometimes you get beat up for it. Hey, DJ, you play my song. I mean, you can rock the whole party,
that
everybody.
DJ.
But that one song, somebody going to pull you up at the end of the night and say, man, you ain't played my song. What's up, DJ? What's up, DJ?
Like, you ain't played not one line dance song. I wanted to dance in a line and mess it all up.
I never understood that with DJs that they don't want to play requests. I mean, you rocking for the crowd. You're not rocking for yourself.
But they be in their own little world, and I'm like, I'm not picking, but I'm on the edge. We on the edge.
Yeah, we on the edge.
Throw it over the edge. The DJs be in their own little world, and they be playing all kind of crazy stuff. They got a whole audience in there, and they playing. They got all people that's they like Jamaican music, and you playing hardcore rap.
Now, see, that's not reading the crowd. That's what we call reading the crowd. So when you look out there and you play a song and you see the dance floor part like a C, the first thing you want to do is, oh crap, let me see if I can bring something in to get them back on because I realize that they don't like that song. Now,
a line dance always do it.
Hey, look, that's
bring them right back together. Don't they Bama?
That's up, down, side, X square. That's the cheat code right there.
Like, let me throw a little.
Oh, the Jerusalem? Oh, look, let me tell you something, man. Jerusalem got a story within itself.
That's the name of it?
That Jerusalem, that song means come home, people.
Oh, they be getting it.
That's deep. But we connected as our people, but we don't know what that song means. But the connection, the song means come home.
But it brings everybody on the floor like, whoo. So if you see the floor parting like the Red Sea, you gonna keep playing that music.
No.
Or you switch into something real nice and easy. You don't do it abruptly, right?
I'm going
blend it in real good, right?
Shoot, it all depends on the crowd. If I need to scratch it in real quick and drop something to keep the energy going, that's what I'll do. And it all depends on the event because see, some events you might do an older crowd and all they want to do is dance a line dance and they don't go back to their table and you watch them at their table. They at their table like this,
they rocking off of something else,
and you just thinking to yourself like, okay, am I wrong? But no, they just not dancers.
Yeah, because their legs hurt.
There you go. Knees, ankles, back hurt. So you got to understand the crowd. You really had to understand the crowd. Now, if you're doing a hookah lounge, a club or something, you expecting the floor to be popping all night long. You're not expecting everybody against the wall in the club or hookah lounge like, what's wrong, DJ? You're doing something wrong. You should be having them party the whole time. But I've done 60th birthday parties, 50th, 40th, and you just have a crowd that's just not dancers. And it's background music. Hey, I'm going to rock y'all to sleep as y'all sitting at the table until we go out the door. I'll tell people that. We won't rock until they put us out.
Don't say no sleep, because if I go to sleep and the DJ's in there, he ain't doing his job, I need you to keep me awake.
No, see, not that type of sleep. Rock you to sleep mean like rock you to a zone. That's what I'm putting my crowd in the zone like, oh my goodness, keep going, DJ. Let's go.
So I know you did Donna's party. We was up the whole time on the floor acting a daggone fool.
Rock them to sleep, rock them to the
My legs was hurting. I'm not gonna tell any lies. My legs was hurting. I was like, look, we gonna need DJ Prolific to do our little dance-a-thon thing. Hey, we be dancing for like 5 hours.
I would yell out there, hey, if your feet not hurting, I'm not doing my job.
That's
one of my lines when I'm DJing. Right.
So you know what? I'm gonna have you come back and demonstrate. You said a blend?
Yes.
A blend. Is there anything else you wanted to demonstrate? Is it a combination of things?
Well, we're gonna keep it short and simple right now. But we're gonna do a blend because of the situation
and
here.
That's the first
instrument on the acapella, or I create some blends right here for you.
Awesome, man. And that's the first thing you teach the guys, as far as once you teach them how to use all these buttons.
Yes. Once I teach all the buttons, that's the first thing you do is putting the music together. You can always play a song like a jukebox, but you gotta put it together.
Awesome. So we getting ready to go on a short break. And we'll be right back with DJ Prolific, and he's going to come right back in demonstrating a blend with an instrumental. And what we're listening to now is a instrumental.
Yes.
All right. Creative instrumental view. All right, awesome.
The Chemotep Foundation was inspired by my daughter being diagnosed with cancer. And through the pressures that my family went through, it's foundations like ours that offer resources that made it easier for us to manage the stress that a trial like this can bring. The Chemotep Foundation goal is to give support to families who have children that have been diagnosed with cancer, and to possibly bring a smile to a child's face.
I could spend for your head. Talk all they want, I don't care what they said. Cause your mother, now him I call the carry for my head. Every night, and you I want the carry to my bed. No, 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 don't tell me no, no, no. You can be my partner, never ride it solo, no. I ain't got no one lucky, no need to party, whoa. I'm feeling what you're doing, no, yeah, baby, gotta go, gotta go. Your body, they back at me, sweet. Open up, make us see. Now you would have got my mercy.
DJ, roll up DJ. DJ Prolific. DJ Prolific. DJ Prolific. DJ Prolific.
Met her in the club, all the polish showing up. Can you party with a thug? I'm just trying to show you love. VIP, we got it packed. This is where the party at. I wanna know, so tell me how it's supposed to go.
He said, meet me in Miami. Ever been on the jet, girl, don't you panic. Keys to the wheel.
DJ Prolific. DJ Prolific.
T-shirt panties. We hit the club together, we did the dances. Might grab a couple if they really attractive. Or I can keep it classy, I can get romantic. It's all up to you, what you wanna do.
I used to love him, leave him. Tell us something about you, but I'ma keep him. Up in the wagon, put the Jeep up. Living lavish, so we can feed her. Met her in the club, all the polish showing up. Can you party with a thug? I'm just trying to show you love. VIP, we got it packed. This is where the party at. You the one I wanna know. So tell me how it's supposed to go.
All right, DJ Prolific in the house. Listen, we was rocking in here. I was just checking you out, sir, and I was thinking back in the day when you had the turntable and all that situation going on and everything.
Yes.
It's a lot more going on over here behind this
That's a good question. I'm
laptop.
glad you pulled that up because I can explain a lot with that. Because see, now we have what you call digital, from vinyl to digital. I actually transitioned over to that. So
Okay.
part of the transition, the biggest transition was actually going from turning around to the crates and looking at the records and looking at the cover and knowing what the song was, and now you got to read it.
Right.
So that was a visual whole transition for us. Now the second thing
Yes.
is this whole controller situation. There's a lot of buttons. Everything can move faster because I
Right.
don't have to turn around, change the record, or sometimes we used to put the 5 and 6 records on each side so we can flip. But we can hit buttons now, cues. We can set tones. I can scratch. You can just do total different DJing now with without the turntables now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a whole different ball game.
It is. It is. I used to like watching the whole craft of the vinyl and flipping and all that. I thought that was like a sport. And then now I'm looking at this with all the buttons and almost like a whole production thing that what they do when you behind the media table and you're doing like a show and they have all this
it's like producer.
It's like it's definitely a lot going on
Swiss
here.
Beats type stuff, Just Blaze stuff. Yeah, I feel you. And it was interesting before. I mean to cut you off. Is that with the Just Blaze and the Swiss Beats a couple years ago, they did a contest where they were really hitting the buttons and I actually brought that into my DJing because we can hit the cue button. So sometimes people will see me hitting it and playing the drums on here and resetting the song. It's a whole different game. It becomes really fun now with this controller computer situation.
Yeah, but it looks fun. It definitely is something that you have to take the time to learn, and muscle memory with your fingers touching things. I'm sure you know you could sit and tell a person how to do it all day long, but when they start touching it and getting used to the feel of it, it's definitely hands-on. I know when people were teaching me things and it has anything to do with buttons, if they touch the button for me, I lose it. They'd be like, well, do this red button. No, let me touch it.
I hear you.
Do the green, let me touch it, because I need to remember.
Right.
And my hands, because I used to be a typist, I started off in school learning how to type with that old school typewriter.
Okay.
They taught you, that your fingers would memorize where to go.
That's true.
And they called it touch memory or whatever. And so I'm assuming that's going to work with you when you train the youth.
I tell you what, it's an extra pressure added in.
It looks
with this
like
DJing.
It looks like it.
Because when you mess up, you have people out there that let you know. Sometimes you mess up at your job, or you're in the office, or you might be doing a service job, and it might just be a coworker just say, man, you messing up. No, when you're doing this and you hit wrong buttons and the song doesn't play or something cuts off, somebody's out there like, DJ, what the music? Well, they might do this. No music. No. And you're just like, oh my God, let me get my...
I like that better than... DJ, what you doing?
Hey, you hit.
Kill the DJ.
Yeah.
Where do you get your DJ?
Hey, look, I'm a realist. I'm gonna tell on myself. I just was DJing for the class of '92 at Poly, and I'm class of '94. And what's so funny is the fact that I rocked for them the whole time. And at the last song of the night, my computer froze. Oh, they gave me the blues. Oh,
that's the only difference.
You class of '94, you beat me. You we should have known. One of the ladies had to say, okay, we're not going to attack the DJ off one song. It's just pressure.
Yeah, it is. So I'm gonna definitely bring you back again when after you start your program. I definitely want to see you demonstrate with the children.
Yeah,
I think that'll be awesome. Like I said, we do have a lot of programs here. We definitely would want to see if there's something that you could do here too.
Okay.
We can definitely talk about that. And I appreciate you coming. Stick around for the second half of the show. On the Edge, we go in and we just talk about things. I'll pretty much tell y'all what to talk about, but
I can go to any subject anyway.
I believe it. You're the '90s baby,
yes.
So I'm only playing. I know you're not a '90s baby, but you just graduated in the '90s.
Yes.
All right, guys. We're gonna wrap it up, and guys, tune in. We will be back in about 10-15 minutes. The other part of On the Edge, we got the comedian Alabama. We got Coyote Man. We got Mr. Uncle Shelton, Sonji, and Derek is gonna be engineering. Good looking out, Derek. And we'll see you in 15 minutes, guys. Here we go. Turn my mic off.
blessings full of my yard, That's why I don't wanna reason bad things no more. I don't wanna go back to where I didn't go. Ain't nobody stress me, not to love me, I sip my alcohol. I don't wanna reason bad things no more. I don't wanna go back to where I didn't go. Ain't nobody stress me, not to love me,
DJ Prolific. DJ Prolific. You gonna learn today.